A very good morning, children. Welcome back in our online classes, class 12 English, and today we are going to continue with our chapter number 5, Vistas Should Wizard Hit Mommy by John Updike. Okay, in our last video we dealt with the writing skill like article writing and advertisement, and today again we are continuing with Vistas and chapter number 5, Should Wizard Hit the Mommy. About the author, our author John Updike is a well-known author born on 18 March 1932 till 27 January 2009, was an American novelist, poet and a short story writer. He was one of the only 3 writers who won the Pulitzer Prize for more than one time. Okay, in his career, he wrote many of the short story, many of the art and language criticism, and dozens of books for children. And this today we are going to deal with Should Wizard Hit Mommy. Now, before going towards the theme, I would like to clear you who is Wizard. Okay, just 1 minute. I just forgot to take my pen, so I'm just bringing my marker. So, should wizard hit mommy? Mommy, you all understand, your mama. And wizard is a magician. Okay, wizard is a person who do magic. So today's chapter theme is based on extent of parental control over children. Okay, my dear children, listen very carefully. At what level the parents try to control the children, and is it correct? Because the writer actually in the end leaves the reader with a decision to take by themselves. That is this attitude of parents for taking decision, or either the attitude of parents taking decision for their children always is correct. So the parental control over children, what is this attitude is correct always. And second is impact of bedtime story. Actually, in this story, dad used to tell his daughter a story always. So that bedtime story has a great impact in her mind, and that is the story all about. So before moving ahead with the story and your book, I would just like to tell you, bring your pen, paper, or either your book should be always there on the top, so that when I will just read some instances from the book, as it is an online class, there are certain restrictions that of online class that we cannot go word by word, as there is a time limit for recording. So my dear children, just have a look on your book, and before looking to this video, kindly read this chapter that will be beneficial for you, even though I will just will be reading some instances for you. So before starting the chapter, I would like to give you a small introduction of this chapter, so that you can actually easily understand this chapter. Okay, so this chapter is all about where Father Jack, the name of the father is Jack. Who is father? Father name is Jack, and the mother name is Claire. Okay, mother name is Claire, and mother has a very small description in the chapter. The main protagonist of the story is the father and the daughter. Okay, so the daughter of these both is Joanne, which has been in your book referred as Jo. Okay, this girl is at present, when the story starts, is of 4 years. Okay, and this Joanne or Jo is having a younger brother called as Bobby. Okay, she is having a younger brother. Also, the Bobby's description is very less. Only that has been described in the story, that he is fast asleep and with the milk bottle in the mouth. Okay, that's all description. Mother is again carrying their 3rd child of Jack. So she is carrying with the 3rd child. Okay, my dear children, means she is just conceived, and she is in the 6th month. So this is all about the story characters. So the main story character is the father Jack and Joanne. In this intro, I would like to tell you that father is having a habit of telling bedtime story to the daughter Jo. Okay, father used to tell story every evening and on every afternoon, and this started when this girl was just 2 years. Okay, at present in the story she is 4 years, but this phenomenon, this process of telling the story started when she was 2 years. And why it started? The basic purpose that she should fall asleep very fast, and that was the purpose. But this carried on till it has been carried on since last 2 years, and daddy is actually narrating the story to daughter Jo on a same plot line. Every time, I hope you just gathered the characters, Jack and Jo, father and daughter dear. She is having the mother called as Claire and a younger brother called as Bobby. So daddy is not very creative, you know. He used to tell his daughter, means Jack used to tell his daughter the story on a same plot line. That is, there is all he just starts with an animal called as Roger. This animal can anything like cat or dog, anything, or fish, anything. He named the animal as Roger, and then this animal has some problem. So to solve or resolve the problem, this animal in the story, which daddy used to tell to his daughter, goes to a wise owl, and this wise owl shows him the way that go and approach to a wizard who is rather a magician. You can go and approach to a wizard. Wizard actually solve the problem of Roger. Okay, and what happened in return? He demands for what he demands? He demands for payment. So this is the same plot line of the story every day of daddy since last 2 years. And what happened that whenever this wizard demands for money, this Roger animal, whether it is a dog, cat, fish, he is not having the money. So wizard used to tell where they are, if this Roger is going to find the money. So what happened? The animal go and fetches the money, pay to wizard, and go back happy home. So this is the daily streamlined story daddy used to tell, means Jack used to narrate his daughter Jo his story every time. Now he is not so creative by telling the story same storyline. Now this in your chapter, the story starts with that Jack is now Jo has grown up. She is now 4 years old. The story starts with this lineup, that your chapter starts with this lineup that Jo has now been grown up to 4 years old, and she is actually in a habit of listening this bedtime story from her daddy, and daddy also used to narrate, and it started since last 2 years back when she was 2 years old with a motive that she should fall asleep fast. But at present, what happened? As she has grown, she does not fall asleep very fast, and now at present Jack thinks it's just a waste of time making his daughter listen to the story, because she actually now have started interrupting in the middle of the story. Means as now the daughter Jo has grown to 4 years old, every now and then she started poking her nose, or rather she started raising the question to his daddy, daddy, what was like that, or why it is like that. So Jack as a daddy find himself stuck in such a situation that he's unable to answer. That's why he thinks that at present this is a waste of time for him, because Jo does not actually listen sometimes very carefully to the story, rather she raises more question. This also signifies the reader that children definitely, when they have a logical reasoning of mind, or when they grew up, they start questioning the things when they don't accept it wholeheartedly, or rather they don't actually blindly believe something when they grow up. Okay, so this is the end of the story when you are left with that particular thought. So here the story starts with the lineup that daddy thinks it's now a waste of time, and now today also he wants the daughter should get actually she should sleep fast, but she was not in a mood to sleep fast. She was in a mood to listen, and daddy is also noticing that daughter has grown very fast. Her arms are stretching, her legs are stretching. She's just trying to get herself into the bed, and as well as the younger baby, or rather the younger brother of Joe, is asleep. So he asked the question, okay, Joe, tell their daddy which type of story or whose story you want to actually hear today from your daddy. And Joe, after thinking a while like this, that she tells daddy, I want to hear the story of a skunk. Now you will be rather surprised. What is skunk? Skunk is an animal. It's a small animal just like an appearance of cat. And this skunk is having a bad smell actually. So she told his daddy, Joe, daughter says, daddy, I want to hear the story of skunk. Daddy was also thinking, might she has heard this name skunk in her nursery school, and daddy is also enthusiastic that okay, today he has got a new name, because every day daddy is changing the name. So daddy started with the story, and daddy narrated that daddy's name was common, Roger's name was common. So daddy started narrating, once upon a time there was a small animal, small creature called as Roger skunk. Daddy start narrating, and where this skunk live? This skunk lives in the forest. Daddy told he lives in the small creature lives in a dark wood, that is a forest. And the special feature daddy tells while narrating the story to daughter, Jack always uses facial gestures, or rather you can say his intonation of voice, so that she always get excited with the story. Who? Daughter should get excited. So daddy started with the story that once upon a time there was Roger skunk who used to live in a forest and was having a very bad smell. Okay, he was having a very bad smell. Daddy start narrating the story to his daughter Joe. So he tells that, oh my God, whenever Roger used to go outside, all the animals ran away from there. Oh, this bad smelling Roger skunk came. And then she says, Joe actually sits upright. Daddy, he's definitely going to go to the owl, the wise owl. And daddy is also very happy that daughter is getting interest in the story what he is narrating. And what happened that particular moment, daddy actually hears the voice from the downstairs, the voice of movement of furnitures. And at that moment he realized that, what? Oh my God, my wife, she's carrying the third child and she's painting the living room. I should just finish up the story, very hurry up and go and help her. So while narrating the story, like the Roger was really having a bad smell, all the animal used to run away, father himself recollect all those scenarios which he suffered as a humiliation when he was a child due to bad smelling or foul smelling. So again daughter interrupted daddy. Then daddy continued the story. Daddy continued that he went across the tree and he sees the wise owl. And wise owl, he was just about to say that what the wise owl is going to suggest to this Roger skunk. Daughter again, who is the daughter? Joe again interrupted. Daddy means then he's going to tell him go to wizard. Daddy was really furious. Daddy got irritated. Daddy said, Joe, it's you are going to tell the story. Daddy is going to tell the story. She said, okay daddy, you go with the story. You just tell the story. And as soon as daddy says that, okay, then be quiet, listen peacefully the story what I am going to tell you. So don't interrupt. So Daddy continued that the wise owl suggested to this Roger skunk that your problem of bad smelling can be solved by whom? It can be solved by that wizard, and the wizard lived there. So you have to go to that particular place. And in the story you will read how the certain areas this Roger skunk crossed, and he actually had to knock on the door of wizard. Tuck 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 tuck. And Roger skunk was very happy. Daddy was telling his daughter the story that he reached and the door opened. What happened? The door was opened by the wizard. You know who is a wizard? He's a musician. And while telling the story, again Joe interrupted by saying, Daddy, are these magic spells real? Are these magic spells real? And Daddy very sooner or later analyzed that daughter is actually taking the bedtime story very seriously into the reality, or rather she is not blindly accepting what has been told to you. Just to satisfy, Daddy replied, see, magic spells are real where? They are real in the stories. So where we are in the story, my dear daughter, Daddy asked, Roger skunk reached the house of wizard, and the wizard opened the house and the old man appeared. He was having a white long beard. The house was also white. You know, he was having a white long beard and a blue pointed hat. And he said, who is this awful smell person came over there? And Roger skunk told, it's me, Roger. And you know, my problem is I smell very bad. Nobody used to play with me. Then what happened? Wizard asked him, okay, you can come inside the house, okay? But please stay away from me. You smell very bad. And then Roger skunk enters the wizard house. And you know, Daddy described the house was very dirty, daughter. And then again, Joe questions like that, Daddy, he is not having a lady cleaner? Then Daddy replied, oh my God, he is a magician. He does not require a cleaner. There is no requirement of cleaning the room. Then again Joe questioned Daddy, do you know when he is going to die one day, what is going to happen to his house? Daddy say, okay, he is a magician. He is not going to die, my dear. Daddy continue with the story. Then he asked Roger skunk, who? The wizard. The wizard asked Roger skunk, oh my dear Roger, whose smell you want, as you really smell very bad? And you know what Roger replied? The Roger skunk replied, you can open your book, and what he replied, he say, I want the smell. Roger, it's page number 51, you can open, and we are reading in the last third paragraph. And he said, Roger skunk, what do you want it to smell like? Roger thought, and what he replied? He said, roses. Oh my God. This our wizard asked that which smell you would like to be like, as you really smell very bad. And he said, I want to be smelled like rose, because rose smell is very beautiful. So what happened? The wizard, you again look into your page number 51 of your book, took out a stick, a long stick like a magic wand. And what he chanted? He chanted some words. What words? Abracadabra, hocus pocus, Roger skunk, how do you do? Roses, bosses, pull an ear. Roger skunk, you never fear, bingo. And you know, the entire house of the wizard was full of the smell of roses, roses, roses. And while narrating the story To his daughter Jo, Jack again made a mistake. What mistake he did? While narrating this fact that Roger skunk smell has been changed from an awful smell to roses smell, he mispronounced it as Roger fish. Okay, he mispronounced it as Roger fish, and immediately his daughter Jo got an attention. Daddy, what do you say? See, you can look into the page number 52 of your book, and it's the first paragraph, last line, 2 lines you can just see. He whispered, the whole inside the wizard house was full of smell of roses. Fish cried. Roger fish cried. And here Daddy made a mistake while narrating the story. He actually, instead of speaking Roger skunk, he spoke, oh, Roger fish. And see the daughter, what she's telling. And the wizard was very cranky and he said 7 pennies. And daughter immediately said, Daddy, what you told? Roger fish, but the animal was Roger skunk. You are telling me about the story of Roger skunk. Oh, that was an error I made, he said. So after performing this great magic, means changing the smell of bad smell into roses smell, you know how many money he demanded? Who? Wizard. Wizard demanded. Daddy's stories were always on the same streamline, that the wizard always demanded for money. So he demanded for 7 pennies. And you know, Roger skunk started crying in the story as according to Daddy narrated the story to daughter. Why? Because Roger skunk in the story was having only 4 pennies. Out of 7, he was having only 4 pennies. So he started, oh my God, I'm having only 4 pennies. Then this made Jo also very, very disappointed. Oh my God, Daddy, now what is going to happen? Then wizard told, don't get things like that. Go straight to the end of the lane. Turn 3 times roundabout. There you are going to find a magic well. What you are going to find? Roger skunk problem solution. Who gave? Yes, it was given by magician. Magician told that go to the end of the lane. Straight to the end of the lane, you will have a 3 roundabouts. And then you will find a magic well like this. And in that magic well, you will find the 3 pennies. He said, means 3 rupees you are going to find in that. Get it and bring it and give it to me. So there was a problem. There was a solution to the problem of Roger skunk. So Roger skunk did exactly. He went straight towards the end of the lane, had a 3 roundabouts, looked into the well. He found the 3 remaining pennies. 4 out of 7 he was having already 4. He went back. He gave this to whom? He gave back this to the wizard and went happily running into the forest. And when he went to the forest, you know what happened? Oh my God, all the animals came rushingly towards whom? All the animals came rushingly towards Roger skunk as he was smelling with beautiful roses. And you know, they played a lot of games that day. All the animals played with Roger skunk, whom means all the animals usually ran away. They don't want to play with Roger skunk because of this awful smelling, bad smelling. And you know, you can see in your book, they actually played 52 page number, second last paragraph. He smelled so good. They all gathered, you know. Other little animals gathered around him because he smelled so good. And they played tag, baseball, football, basketball, and everything. And you know, as it started growing dark, what happened? All the animals started going back to their home towards their mommy. So our Roger skunk also started he actually went back to his home. And till this phase, the daughter Joe was very sitting upright like this, hearing the story very consciously like this. But at this phase, she thought that the story is almost over. Joe started showing less interest. She was almost bored. She thought that this is the end of the story, and this really irritated Daddy. Daddy said, "No, Joe, the story is not over. Listen very carefully." She again started. And as this Roger skunk, this baby skunk went home, the roses smell was there in his home also. And Mama started questioning from where this awful smell is coming. Oh my God, roses smell is very beautiful. Daddy narrated the story. See, the story is not over, baby. The story is still continued. And he told them, Mama became very furious. From where this awful smell is coming, she said. Roger said, Mama, it is me. Who is actually having roses smell? Mama got very furious. Who did this? Who changed your smell? She started shouting. Roger told, Mama, it is Wizard who changed my smell. Why? Come along with me to that wizard. Mama was in very furious mood. Who? Mama Skunk. Mama Skunk was in very furious mood. And what happened? Roger, just this baby skunk, this Roger skunk pleaded Mama. Mama, no animal play with me. When I was having that bad smell, now all the animals started playing with me. I want to go. He started pleading with Mama. Mama said, you? Oh, come on, baby. That awful smell is our own skunk smell. The rose smell is not our smell. That bad smell is your identity. Means that particular smell is your identification. Come along with me. And you know what happened? Mama took an umbrella and she asked baby skunk, come along with me. And she straight went to the wizard's house. She knocked the door, wizard opened, and you know what Mama did? Mama hit the wizard with that umbrella. Oh my God, Mama is so dangerous. This part of the story, Joe was really not happy with, The father narrated the story. This part of the story, Joe was really not happy. She went into her own imagination and she was thinking that might this wizard also hit back to Mama Skunk or to Mommy Skunk. Daddy cleared. No, beta, wizard change the smell of this Roger skunk again from roses to bad smell. Understood? What he told? He told that earlier when Roger skunk went to wizard, what happened? Firstly, from bad smell to roses smell. Roger skunk smell was changed by wizard. Secondly, when Mama went, she hit with the umbrella to that wizard. Wizard again beta changed from rose smell to bad smell. And Mama skunk and the baby Roger skunk came back to home. And this part of the story, Joe was very dissatisfied. But initially, she didn't show any response. And what happened? Daddy further narrated the story that Mama was very happy. You can look into your book. It's like that Mama was very happy. Like 53, it's written in the last second. No, he said, the wizard said okay, and Roger skunk did not smell roses anymore. He smelled very bad again. But the other little oh, John, it's daddy's story. Shall daddy not tell you any more story? See, that she clearly tells that she was really not satisfied with this part of the story. And in 54 page number, when you come, turn your page, and you can see that when they came home, what happened? That daddy came from the Boston, means daddy skunk. This scenario was always there in Jack's story, that there is one animal, there is a mother, and daddy usually comes from Boston in dream. So daddy skunk came back from Boston, and mama prepared all the lovely dishes. What she prepared, it is written in the first paragraph. And skunk and his mommy went home, and they heard woo 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 and the choo 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 train bringing. Daddy skunk from Boston, means daddy skunk also came back to the home, and they had lima beans, liver, mashed potato and pie, means mama prepared beautiful dinner like a feast and many things. And when the dinner was over and when it was night time, mama hugged the baby, means mommy skunk hugged the baby. And what? She tightly hugged and said, my dear baby, now you smell like what? My own baby, like skunks. And but daddy, what? That the little other animals won't play with him. This was just, daddy was about to close or rather end his story for today. So, but Joe was not satisfied. She's again interrupting, and she's telling, daddy, other animals will never play with him because he's smelling bad again. Daddy said, it's not like that, beta. It's eventually they accepted that he smells like that. And this Joe never understood this word of eventually. And then daddy explained the meaning, and he said, baby, it's that Roger skunk understood that mama is always right for him. It's mama who can take the right decision for him. And baby Roger skunk was also happy with that bad smell. Daddy explained at the end of the story. See, even though our Joe was not satisfied, daddy adjusted the covers, daddy adjusted the curtains and tell Joe, come on, get back to your bed and sleep. And daddy was just about to leave, and she actually stood up on the bed and started jumping. And what she said? What she said, it's written page number 54. It's last here. 1, 2, 3 and 4th paragraph here. I'm just reading from few lines. She stood up and bounced giggly on the springs. Daddy, you know what? Daddy has already ended with an explanation that beta, Roger skunk was also happy with his bad smell because he actually understood that mama can take the right decision for him. He cannot take himself the right decision for himself. Okay, so, but Joe was not satisfied with the end of the story. What she tell? She's telling, tomorrow I want to tell you. Tell me the story that the wizard took the magic wand and ate the mommy, her plum aunt chopped forcefully. Oh my God, see what a revenge. What a revenge is there. And what she's telling, that daddy, tomorrow you are going to tell me a story where this wizard should have hit this mommy and should have actually chopped her arms also. Means that much actually was Joe was frustrated. She could not accept. She was telling how stupid mommy she is. She could not understand that she with a bad smell other animals is not going to play. That was going in the Joe's mind actually. So she gave the father explanation, daddy, because Joe was a child, and from child's mind, friends attitude is more important, very very important. So she actually, daddy say, beta, just get it down back to his, I just told you that what daddy say, No, that's not the story, my dear. I'm reading in the second last paragraph of page number 54. No, that's not the story. The point is that the little skunk loved his mommy more than he loved all others. No, my dear beta. You just don't understood my message of the story very clearly. The thing is, Roger Skunk also accepted that Mama has taken the correct decision. Why he accepted Mama's decision? It was not forcefully. It was a fact that he understood that I love my mom, means I love my mom's greater than anything in this world, and my mom also loved me in comparison to others more, so she can take the best decision. This is my point, my dear. Now go back to your bed. But she was not okay. Who? Our Joe. And she was really furious, and she keep on telling daddy no. She say in the last paragraph of 54, you can say no. Tomorrow you say he hit the mommy. Do it means Joe wants to hear the story where mommy got a hitting from the wizard because she could not accept that thing, that why mama could not understand that he was smelling bad. And daddy again just gave her, come on, you need to get sleep. He just warned her. She actually adjusted herself into bed. Daddy went downstairs after completing the story, after adjusting the curtains and all, so that daddy can help, means Jack could help his wife Claire in the painting process. And mama was waiting. Mama said the story was too long. And still Joe was restless. Why? Because daddy heard what? Her jumping sounds, vibration sound from upstairs. And daddy said, Joe, I am going to come and spank you. Just keep quiet means that end of the story didn't satisfy Joe, and she became very restless. And both mom and daddy, though they wanted to talk with each other, share, but they were very silent. Especially daddy became very silent. Here the story ends. Why daddy became silent? Because daddy realized the fact that the message which he gave, usually Joe always accept the moral lesson of the story, but today she is not accepting. This shows that children are having their own perspective of mind. So here the writer ends the chapter, leaving the readers to justify or decide themselves the extent of parental control on children's life. Okay, like daddy actually narrated his daughter Joe, Jack narrated his story to his daughter Joe, and explained the moral lesson apart from it, that whatever parents decide for a child is best and best. But child, means Joe, was not at all satisfied with the end of the story. It shows that once the logical thinking actually start, children really questions where they actually feel something is not going right according to them, or rather they stop believing blindly. So here the chapter ends with a note that towards what extent the parental control is correct, or is it very correct that every time parents take decision for children, is all their decisions are correct. So this here we ends the story. Never to take, I'm just giving you one or two questions because you are going to do your textual question also. From there, I just want to list you two questions from your textual questions, because I know you people, some of you are very smart. I know you are doing a lot of pending work as you're not coming to school, but you need to complete it, my dear children. So I'm just giving you two questions, or rather three. Number one question is, who is Joe? First question is, who is Joe? This you will find in your book. How does she respond to her father's storytelling? How does she respond? How does she respond to her father my dear children? This is your first question. I hope you are able to answer it very, very nicely because it's a very simple question. Second question is, what is the moral issue? What is the moral issue issue that the story raises? That the story raises. So this is little bit of tricky question. What you are going to answer? Okay. What will be the answer is? What is the moral issue that the story raises? The moral issue that the story raises is the extent of parental control over the children, and children should stop thinking on their own imagination, on their own ideology, and should accept the harsh reality of adult life. Like that you can answer the question. And the third question is for your homework assignment. This is your homework assignment is, why does Jack insist that the mother would not be hit? This way, how you are going to answer this question? He explained the daughter that what Mama Skunk actually thought is right for the child, as skunks have their own identical smell and he should not take the roses smell like that. So parents are always right in taking decision for their children. That could be the answer. This way the Jack explained, and Mama loved Roger's skunk more than anybody in the world, so she could only take the right decision for Roger. Nobody else can take. This part of the question can be answered like this. So I hope, my dear children, you are able to understand the story very well. Just look to a video twice or thrice and just complete all your homework assignment. Do not do any pending just let it be like a pending work. Continuously give reading to your chapters. Till we meet next time, have a nice day. Bye bye.